So today you're going to take in 100,000 words and digest 34 gigabytes of information. Thousands and thousands of bits and bytes of information will come through. And my main question is this: tomorrow, when you sit down to have a cup of coffee, what will you remember? And the things that you remember will most likely have been carried by stories, because stories are what inform our culture, they inform our businesses, and they inform our lives. Stories are essential. Retellable stories are essential for founders who are out there telling their story of the company in 1,000 different ways. For marketers who are finding these tidbits of messages and data and information and key insights and delivering them to critical audiences. And to sales who are conveying and convincing all day long, but they need to do it in a journey, not just with information. The most important element to a great story is this: no change, no story. So as you think about your stories, think about how the world was before this thing happened. Make sure you anchor in sensory details, land in time and space, and show in 1 or 2 or 3 moments, emblematic moments, what happened, and then reveal the change at the end, showing from this journey how the world is different. A brand story resonates because it conveys a critical change, some insight or shift that is particularly relevant to the audience. And if you can do that in a journey that truly draws your audience in, then you win. Your story is made up of many stories. So it's not just one great story that's plastered up on the wall for everybody to repeat and memorize. Your story is made up of so many stories. So the job is actually, number one, to know what stories are, to know these modules of change and insight that you're looking for, and to gather them from your customers, from your team, from the world out there, and gather them together and begin retelling them in order to inform what your greater story is. Optimally, there's a collection of all of these stories. You have a culture that supports storytelling. Optimally, you're gathering these stories, and they're informing and even changing how you tell the bigger story. It's your greater story, your core story is like an accordion. It compresses, could be 30 seconds, or it could be 2 lines. And it can be 5 or 10 minutes, and it can inform your entire company. But it's made and designed with those smaller stories in mind. The way to find these stories is to be listening for them, to be practicing storytelling in your company meetings, in your own daily practice, in your sales meetings, to push yourself to the edge to be telling these stories, but also very importantly, to be listening to other people's stories and listening to how they're being told, what's alive for you in them, and to be constantly developing and refining your own.